I'm on day 20 of SR, and man, it's good. It's good. I'm just feeling so at a high frequency, just feeling great, man. It's been a great day already. It's only been a few hours, of course, or an hour or plus, so I don't really know. But I really wanted to talk about on this video of semen retention that there are certain men out there who have a abundance of life force, who are still depleted. And I think this is an important video that even if you have no life force and you're depleted, it still means that you should be on retention to gain more life force, because even when you do deplete yourself, you're still going to have like the carry on effects, like the after effects of that energy. And I used to be this way in general, and I used to look at a lot of, let's see, say sexual material that wasn't pornography per se. So like, bikini pics of like hot girls on the internet, like girls that are like very attractive to, maybe like above average a little to like average kind of girls, because there's a lot of girls who are just average who, now to me again, I think that to me average women look above average, to be honest, and then like below average women look average. It's a very strange thing. And I think that I would look at porn only like a few times, like here and there, but I noticed that, like, because I wouldn't look at it like all the time or something, like I would like see women differently than even men who masturbated, like released a lot still. And so that could have been a contributing factor to life force. It could be the habits of like that kind of thing. Like even that in of itself could have been a reason why. Now, even when I did look at porn, I would still see women as beautiful in of itself. A lot of people don't understand that when you're a releaser, you can act weird around women, but you can also come off as asexual. So you can so when you release to porn, or like just sexual images, or like just released by yourself, like you come off as you imitate asexual behaviors when you do that. So that could be you just not even looking at women sexually, but you're just not like responsive enough to them, or you're not like fast when you talk. Like you're not like your brain power is not fast when responding to certain women. And what I noticed was, even when I didn't do retention and I didn't call it retention, I still noticed these benefits of when I was on retention, it would heighten as well. So I would like stop, like, okay, well, I need to stop this, because I knew if I stopped this, I could attract a woman. Intuitively, I knew that. And I thought that was the only benefit of that experience. And it actually worked. But I also noticed that even back then, things would even look different visually. The heightened perception benefits were increased to a large degree. The heightened perception benefits would increase even on that. But I would notice that I would see the world differently. Even when I was a releaser, I would still feel like the world was beautiful to a degree. Like I would like look at things, and like things would look grayer and blacker than they would now. But I'd still notice, man, like certain stuff about the world that other people didn't. And I would tap into certain frequencies even as a releaser. And I would be like, okay, well, I noticed this, and that. And then I would say, like, okay, well, I noticed that this sting on this person, and then they wouldn't notice that. And then I would notice, like, this woman is more beautiful. And then my friend would be like, oh, no, she's like a 4. And I would be like, no, she's like a 7 at least. Like, she's at least like a 7. Like, but her personality actually, like, made her look more attractive than otherwise. But, like, it's like even when I was a releaser, like below average women looked like above average still, like to a varying degree, and then above average women looked like way above that, like just the best, like the obviously the stars that you look on IG models looked so beautiful. But even so, even there are certain women in each category that I would categorize. I'd be like, no, that she's not very pretty to me. and maybe it's like she was coming off that because her aura was too ugly or something like that. I think it's really was that. But then I noticed stuff about like other people too. I noticed that the world would look very beautiful in general. Even in the store, I would look at stuff, and like as a releaser, I'd still look at stuff and be like, oh well, that's cool, I want to try that or that. And I'd be like, just like, and people would be like, bro, are you tripping? Like people would think I'm like weird, the weirdest dude. like like I would tap into certain frequencies. Like I would smoke weed, and then I would have this realization of like, bro, I can't be. I would subconsciously almost like not release for a few days in like August, September of 2022. And then I would be like, even in February 2022 and like March, I would not do that either. Like for a little bit, I would like release. But then even in November, I would like notice like my energy's different, like in my body. And I would be like, okay, well, this, no November thing, I'm going to try this out. And I didn't hear about any of the benefits of it. I just heard it was like healthy to not look at it because of women thing. But then I would notice like energy increase, like almost like subtle, like I would notice in 2023, especially like there's a correlation between my dick being hard and exercise exertion, or like feeling like energy in my body. Like these two things were correlated. And then I noticed my body would change too. I didn't know this was happening, but my facial structure would change, my body would change. And I was like, bro, what is this? What is going on? Like I look like like my eyes look so clear. And it's like, it wasn't the weed though. It wasn't me smoking the weed that did that. It was me not releasing that made my eyes look like, my aura, my presence look like more alive. Because this is not really based on the looks. It's just based on like health. Almost like you look healthier. Like your hair, looks healthier. Your face looks like brighter. It's not like I said on previous videos, expanding on it. It's not a looks thing at all. It's just really not at all. It's just such cope to say that at this point. Like to say that looks matter is like such cope, and it's so sad that people think that in general. But what I'm getting back to is, I would notice like when I wouldn't release, I was like, okay, well, I need to do cold showers, and it would like raise my frequency. Like I feel better after a cold shower. Like for no apparent reason, I would just take a cold shower in 2022 and be like, oh wow. And then I would smoke weed, even as a releaser, and tap into certain frequencies where I was like, huh, these things are like totally different. Like I'm feeling more energy. But sometimes it would be like me not releasing as well. I would be like, I wouldn't feel the need to. Like I would smoke weed, get home, and then like go to bed. I wouldn't like release at all. And then I would notice on the days that I did on 2022, I'm like, I feel like dog shit. Like I released like 6 times today, and I'm like, because I wouldn't for a long period of time, like maybe like 4 or 5 days. At that time was a long time, 3 4 days, and I would feel like pretty good. And I would release. I'm like, oh, I feel like shit, dude. Like this is like not good. I feel like literal dog shit. And yeah, it was just a thing I noticed. But yeah, I would just notice always like different sounds, I would have like these like close-eyed, like I would like imagine things. Even as a releaser, I would imagine things, and it's like, well, that's the brain power that I'm not tapping into. And then if I retained, then I would tap into more brain power. So I would just imagine, just like I would just be like lost in like another reality completely, just chilling that day. I'm like, oh, I'm like zoned out to such an extreme degree. And it's like, yeah, that's what happened when you have an abundance of energy, and like you're a releaser. You're still kind of zoned out, but you're not tapping. You could be tapping into so much more, even if you. And this abundance of energy is again, this is all like a spiritual kind of energy. This is not like this is not a physical energy at all. This is not like what it is. It's not like a physical energy. But even when you don't have this abundance of energy, you should still be doing retention, and you're going to get like that abundance of energy. And so that's why it's so important to keep retaining as well. And so I would notice that working out would raise my frequency as a releaser. I would notice that smoking weed would raise my frequency. That I would notice things on people that I didn't before. But there were even times where I just feel great and I wouldn't release for like 7 days, and I would get on a shroom trip, right? And I'd be like, okay, I need to do this for the shroom trip. Why was that the case? I didn't know. At that point I knew there was a correlation between this and that, and I'm like, okay, well, if I masturbate, I'm gonna lose all my energy, and I can't do that. I gotta work out, and I'm not gonna be feeling the same way as I did before, right? And I'm like, and it's like this. It's the strangest correlation, because you don't notice it until you really tap into it. Like, you don't notice what you're doing before you tap into it. And so it's a very strange feeling, like in a general sense of like, you don't you there's a correlation between these two things, but I didn't know it was. It's like, you knew subconscious, you knew, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing to get more energy, but at the same time it's like, no, there's no like, you don't know it, but it's like your subconscious and your brain knows that you're supposed to be doing this thing, in a general sense, right? So, but yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have a good one, and to really keep retaining and to just keep going on this journey. I'm on day 20, but I'm not planning to put the gas on the brakes anytime soon, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out, guys.